Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Sandy Leah with Ecumen Detroit Lakes, and joining me today is Paige Olson. Paige, welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me. Paige has been with us actually doing an internship with our executive director, Janet Green, and also hired in the therapy department. Is that correct?
Yep.
And so you're working part-time in our therapy with Ecumen. So one thing actually led to another with Paige. She started with the internship. She actually got hired into our therapy department. And she is also working, her and I are working together on a very special project for the city of Detroit Lakes, along with many, many other businesses and agencies. And it is called Act on Alzheimer's. So, so we're excited about this, aren't we? And we have a lot of things going on, and we thought it was time to sit down and actually tell our folks a little bit about this project. So as you all see things happening in the future with the project, you'll have a little bit of background ahead of time. So Paige, why don't we talk a little bit about what your role is as far as the Act on Alzheimer's, and then we can tell the folks what exactly it is that we are doing.
Okay. Well, when I started my work with this grant, it was to figure out how we can make Detroit Lakes more dementia friendly. How can we accommodate better to those who are suffering from Alzheimer's and other related dementias? So when I started, I jumped right into the surveying process where we surveyed 13 different sectors of the community, getting about 80 surveys back. Went through, analyzed all those surveys, found out what the community indicated they wanted or needed, and then from there we were able to narrow it down to a couple priorities where we found gaps in the community that were areas that we can focus on improving and implementing some sort of a program or
implementing some type of a plan, coming up with a plan to help get our community on board as far as Alzheimer's friendly and dementia friendly, actually. So anyway, and then we came up with, actually it started with the grant. We applied for a grant. Ecumen actually applied for the grant. The grant totals $18,000. We were actually awarded this grant. So once we got the monies, we knew that we had to come up with a plan, a project, and it takes lots of work once you receive these grants. So, and this is not an Ecumen grant.
No,
this is
for the community.
It's for the community of Detroit Lakes.
We have a lot of involvement from community members. It's not just me and Sandy. It's anybody who wants to really take action to help the community. Although
Paige and I have been working very closely on this grant, and we do take the lead, but we have some great agencies involved. Just to name a few, we have our Chamber of Commerce. Carrie Johnston has been very active with our Act on Alzheimer's. The law enforcement. Todd Glander is from the get-go, has been super interested in this. I know that Tim Igabrotten, he's attended a couple of our meetings. We have Vern and Sinead Horst. I always have a problem saying your name, Vern, but Vern is connected with Detroit Lakes High School, and he works with our School to Work program with youth that come over to Ecumen and to other agencies in the Detroit Lakes area and do job shadowing. We have also many health organizations involved. And so we're just excited. And so, so our plan, we received $18,000. Well, most of the $18,000, we still we're going into phase 4, which
Yep.
which
Is
the
the
grant.
application for the second chunk of money.
Okay, so we altogether we will receive $18,000.
Yep.
There are 4 phases involved with the grant.
Yep.
And we are, as you said,
Wrapping up
finished-
phase 3 right
okay,
now.
and going into phase
Going
4.
into phase 4.
So we know what the community wants,
Yep.
what they're missing, what folks are looking for. We've determined how we can better the community as far as reaching out to people with Alzheimer's. And what I think is interesting, and I think this would be interesting for our folks to know, Paige, is I brought with one of our brochures that we have worked with, handed out to folks. We have available here and other agencies. It tells a little bit about the growing problem of Alzheimer's. Here's just a couple of facts about Alzheimer's. 1 in 9 people age 65 and older has Alzheimer's. A third of people age 85 and older have Alzheimer's. Those are pretty huge,
Yeah.
significant numbers. 245,000 caregivers in Minnesota alone are caring for family members with Alzheimer's. And up to 70% of people living with Alzheimer's live in their own homes, and they need support
Yep.
with Alzheimer's and other dementias. So are we prepared in this community? That is our question, and that's what we've determined. There's a lot of great things we have going on, but we're missing a few things. There are some loopholes.
Yeah.
So would you like to talk about what our plan for the project is, what our focus will
Sure.
be?
So through a couple different meetings with the community members, some of which Sandy had named specifically, we came up with 2 projects that we're going to focus on implementing. The first is going to be a toolkit, and this is going to be some sort of we haven't created yet, but it's going to be a kit that we can provide to businesses, organizations, churches, healthcare facilities, anybody who deals with the general public. And in the toolkit, it's going to have education and information, supporting materials that will help train them and teach them how to interact with people who are struggling with Alzheimer's or other dementias. Just so that if they have a customer or a patient who looks to be struggling, maybe they become confused, maybe they don't remember how to count their money out at the store, it'll just teach them how to approach this individual, how to maybe point them in the right direction of resources in the community that we currently offer, just to
Recognize.
recognize that this person is kind of struggling, and this is just going to make that person feel comfortable and know that when they go into the store that they are going to be equipped to know how to interact with them. Because once the business or organization goes through our training and receives our toolkit, they're going to get some sort of a plaque or certificate
sticker
to display on their door or their window indicating that they are a Dementia Friends organization.
And what's going to be nice about this is I actually had dinner with one of our business owners in Detroit Lakes last week, and I was telling her about it, and she was very, very interested. I wonder, she probably wouldn't mind if I name drop, but it happened to be Betsy Norby. And Betsy and I were visiting, and she sounded very interested. She said, you know, Sandy, anything that we can do to help our employees know how to recognize folks that are struggling with dementias and Alzheimer's, and to help them, to serve them better, to help our employees feel better about it is great. And we want to keep this very, very simple. Mm-hmm. We don't want it to be something that creates more issues or more work for anyone. We know people are limited with their time. So we want to keep everything really simple, something that employees could just
A quick go-to with
Yeah, quick go-to, like a cheat card or whatever, and just to give them a little basic information about how to work with folks who have dementias and how to better serve them and help them. So it's going to be something very, very simple, and so we are so excited. And then the other part of it is, and actually we're running short on time, so quickly, if you don't mind.
We're going to kind of get our foot in the door with the education systems throughout the community to offer education to the students who can then spread their awareness to the public because they are, good at spreading their newfound knowledge. And so we might do something like getting involved with the Day of Caring event.
Or another day other than the Day of Caring.
Or a different day, maybe we'll tie ribbons to cars and put a little informational brochure, that the high schoolers can do, or...
The kids, the high schoolers have a TV program. We might be able to convince them to tap into that to give them some information so that they can help us raise awareness. It's a definite problem. It's a growing problem, and we want to be part of the solution, and we're leading the way. So you just watch for Act on Alzheimer's. There will be more information. We hope to have some stories out on our local newspaper. And if you or anyone you know would like to be a part of this, feel that they can contribute, we would love to have you come join us. Call us. You can contact me, Sandy Leah, at Ecumen Detroit Lakes. My number is 844-8340. And Paige and I will work together with you. And so we just want to thank all the folks for listening. We want to thank the businesses and agencies that are involved with our ACT project. We're very proud of this project, and we are going to make a difference, and we're going to make life better. So thank you for joining us. Until next time, Sandy Leah with Ecumen Detroit Lakes, Paige Olson.
Thank you.
Thanks.